Hey, Story. Hey, Piper.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank y'all.
Yeah. You on the bus? No, I'm in my kitchen, though. There's just a lot going on in the kitchen, but I can definitely understand how that sounds like a bus. Um, and then after the new people move in, we're gonna clean up the kitchen. Oh, they cleaned out the microwave though, like I asked them to. That's cool. Yeah, we're gonna try again with the Snap Live. I also just came across a video of a black man who has set up a TikTok channel to teach people how to make meals that stretch during these hard times. And I'm like, white people, what did you do with October's food stamps? Black people, I'm gonna teach y'all how to make meals that stretch. Just saying. Yeehaw. Love helping people, for real. People helping people.
My solution was always big pot of rice. Big pot of rice.
Well, big pot of rice, and you want something that's gonna taste good that people gonna want to eat. And it's like the staple of every meal that stretches is rice. But it's like you have to have more than that. No more free handouts. Come on up, Tomcat.
I saw a video saying you could use lentils to stretch hamburger,
Hmm.
and that's as far as the video went. And I gave
Okay.
up
All right. So,
because I used
Tomcat.
too many, and it was gross.
Oh, okay. All right. Tomcat, please explain your statement.
Sure. SNAP and all social welfare programs are
Oh,
not the
wow. You have a
government's
voice
money.
for radio. My God.
Thank you.
Have you tried radio? Oh, you are. You
Uh,
sound handsome.
Much appreciated.
Oh, for sure. Please continue.
Yeah, I think government programs for social welfare should be abolished completely. The idea that some people are entitled to, their needs or anything beyond that is generally absurd. The government has no business taking the money from people who produce and distributing it to those who don't. It's a program funded by theft, and it does not incentivize any positive outcomes.
Oh, so
I,
eugenics.
I want to go
No,
first.
Piper. Nope. Hang on, Piper. We're gonna let him. We're gonna let him cook. So how is what you said? I know. So how is what you said not eugenics?
Eugenics has much more to do with intent. It's about forcibly removing certain people from the gene pool. Not
Okay.
giving people
So
free handouts is very different from eugenics.
actually, based on specifically what you said about people who produce and people who don't. So when you say people who don't produce, I'm sure you think that you're talking about able-bodied people that you have marked off as lazy. But I will remind you that the elderly, children, and disabled also don't quote unquote produce. So I don't see how you don't think you're not going down the path of eugenics.
Sure, those people, the disabled and the elderly and everyone else, while they may be in need, even if they have a more difficult time finding a job or working, that doesn't mean they are entitled to the product of anyone else's labor. Neediness does not equate to entitlement.
So where's this word entitlement coming from?
Well, these programs are entitlements by definition. You are entitled in our current
Okay.
society to certain goods, to certain programs. An entitlement is something that must be paid out or acted upon by someone else on your behalf.
Okay. So you sound like somebody who doesn't really know the process of how people get these things. Do you? But I want to be clear. Do you know the process in which people sign up for food stamps or disability or anything else?
Not down to the letter, no, but quite frankly, I don't think it matters.
Actually, it's a pretty arduous system, and especially when it comes to disability. where people often get rejected a lot before they get accepted, even when they have a doctor or insurance or otherwise insurance to confirm that they're disabled.
What does that have to do with
But
my
I
argument?
don't because and excuse me if I'm projecting, but you keep using the word entitlement, and I would argue that entitlements are easy to get, like how a billionaire can continue to just buy yachts, right? Versus somebody who has to go through a lengthy process to oftentimes to get rejected their first few times to be able to achieve their goal of being able to get just enough money or just enough food stamps to be able to meet a basic need.
Yeah, so a billionaire buying a yacht is not an entitlement at all. That's a voluntary exchange. He purchases something, the provider gives it to him. That's the end of the interaction. He loses a couple $1 million, he gains a yacht. An entitlement is more so having a right to something, a positive right to something. You know,
Okay.
that means someone else must provide it. If the billionaires were given yachts by the government, yes, that would be an entitlement.
So isn't the government taking these things away proof that they weren't entitlements to begin with?
I don't think, I mean, in terms of classification, yes, they're entitlements. In terms of actual rights, no, I don't think anyone has the right to anyone else's labor. So no, you never had the moral right to food, water, shelter, or any other kind of program that would provide those things.
So if we never had the moral right to food, water, and shelter and those kinds of things, why did we have those things? Why did society have those things before colonization?
Well, because many people voluntarily chose to share. There was all kinds of tribal societies where it was custom to, you know, if you go out and you get an antelope, you share it with the tribe. But that's very
Okay.
different from a political entity forcing one person to provide for another.
So who is for? So what? Where is the force coming from?
Well, what do you think happens if someone like me doesn't pay their taxes?
So no, I want to know actually where does the force? Because like we can talk about tax evasion, right? And how millionaires and billionaires don't pay actually we pay Jeff Bezos taxes. So we know that there are people that have billions of dollars that don't contribute to society. And you know what? With that being said, um, if that's your argument, explain to me what is the point of a society?
Sure, there's no outright point of a society because a
Oh,
society isn't an entity in and of itself. A
okay.
society is an assortment of many individuals who choose to cooperate on a daily basis, but that
Okay.
doesn't mean those individuals have some sort of obligation to provide anything to that society. It's just a useful shorthand for many individuals who interact.
Hmm. Okay. So there's no point in living in society.
Well, there's many benefits if that's what you mean by point. The fact that I can
No,
drive down
there's
the road and
no,
purchase something
there's
at the
so
grocery
hang
store.
on. Hang on, Tomcat. So no, like based on what you just said, there's no point in calling this a society. Because like, okay, I get what you're saying about people choosing to take care of each other, but I think we can both recognize based on what is happening right now and what has been happening that the government really can just do whatever it wants. And it can just end the SNAP program or whatever else, right? And like the changes that are being implemented in 2027 is going to become even more restrictive. And in the meanwhile, there's regular average working class Joes like yourself. Like I'm not going to assume that you're struggling, but you're not rich. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, you know, I don't have my 90-foot yacht yet, but I do pay quite a bit in taxes.
Okay, so you acknowledge that you pay quite a bit in taxes. So when you see people like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, etc., on that aren't paying their share of taxes, actually you are paying their taxes.
Yeah, and the
What?
problem that I have
Yeah.
with that is not that they don't pay taxes. I commend them for that. If they found a way to avoid being stolen from, awesome. I only wish that I could stop being stolen from. I don't want equal theft for everyone. I want no theft for everyone.
So you don't want to live in a society.
Of course I want to live in a society. Why do you think taxes equal society?
Because taxes make sure everybody gets their needs met. I heard you saying earlier that you can drive down a road and go to a store, right? So like everybody uses that road. Like Paul, everybody uses that road. Like public schools, like our future generation gets educated, and I'm putting quotation marks around that, to be able to function, so that when we get old, hopefully, we still have a functioning world and a functioning society. But I mean, like, Jeff Bezos isn't contributing to the road that you paid for, but you're okay with Jeff Bezos using it?
Sure, because I don't think the road should be publicly funded to begin with. I think it's a false premise to say that only governments and only taxes can create roads.
But taxes are creating our roads, right? Hang on,
Yes.
Rick.
Sorry.
Hang on, Rick. So we're so you don't want to live in a society.
No, I just
You
want to live
don't-
in a society where we can pay for those things without a ruling class. I think society could create all kinds of structures. I think people cooperating, especially through markets, could give us, everything from police to roads to arbitration to fire departments and everything else. I don't think we need taxes and rulers for those things to happen.
All right, Rick, eat him.
Taxes are voluntary. All taxes.
No, they aren't.
How so?
Sure, just because the threat is delayed, just because there's a paper trail before they come and put you in a cage.
That's not what I'm talking about. No, I'm not talking about there's certainly a threat if you engage in activities that are taxable, but you can choose not to engage in any taxable activities if you want to.
Yeah, that doesn't make it voluntary. What
It
that
is voluntary because you could just simply choose not to interact with the U.S. dollar, and then you won't have to pay any taxes.
Yeah, the problem with that is you have a very different definition of voluntary. The problem is the dollar is monopolized. The roads are
No, it's
monopolized.
not.
The land beneath us
You
is
don't have to use
monopolized.
U.S. dollars. You don't have to earn any money at all.
Okay, what happens if I try to create my own private currency?
I mean, lots of people do that. There's
It's
like
illegal.
a whole bunch. No, it's
It's
not.
illegal.
There's tons
Yes,
of,
it is.
There's tons and tons of cryptocurrencies out there. People do it every single day.
Yeah, because cryptocurrencies are a legal
Yes.
loophole. A truly private currency is
Well,
illegal.
so Tomcat, I feel like
Wait,
you're
are you
starting to contradict yourself. Hey, Rick, hang on. You see, now we just fell into one contradiction, right? There are private currencies, but this is the part where you're going to try to argue, even though Rick has told you that there are private currencies.
Sure, there's a fundamental difference that the law recognizes. If you look up private currency legality, it's been illegal for quite a long time, over 100 years.
What's the law? What
Go
code?
ahead, Rick. Yeah, what is the law? Give us that.
I've never heard of such a law.
Sure, in the
Sounds like
United
nonsense
States,
to me.
it's a criminal offense to issue private paper money or mint private coins intended for use as official currency.
Well, as official U.S. currency, but you can use it as a private currency of your own on your
No,
own
if
property.
I can't create
Absolutely you can.
Tomcat bucks, and say, hey, this is a gold-backed paper currency. No,
So-
legally,
Are you telling me
you're
Chuck
you're
E. Cheese is
objectively
committing
wrong.
a felony right now? Chuck E.
What's
Cheese's
that?
is committing a felony?
No, that's
Hey,
not a
Jasmine.
currency because it's not redeemable
it's a
outside
currency.
of Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, of course it's not redeemable
Oh, you're
outside of
being
Chuck E.
willfully
Cheese.
ignorant in this discussion. The
No,
law
what is a
is-
currency? Well, then a currency is impossible without a government by your definition of currency.
No, currency was a private invention.
Tom, if
No,
you're
it's
not
currency was
realizing
not
that
a-
historical.
he's talking you in
Hang on.
circles like you've been trying to talk us for 15 minutes, that's your fault.
Currency is from kings. That's where it comes from. It comes from feudalism.
Yeah. Also, currency
historians
was invented
existed
in
long
Used to
China.
raise
before
armies. Used to raise armies. That's what currency was invented for.
No,
Yeah.
currency existed long before
That's
that.
correct. No, it didn't. It's been about for about 4,000 years ish.
Yeah, currency is old. Currency is actually older than value.
That's not true. Value exists outside of even human beings. Value is purely subjective.
No, currency existed longer than
If it's
value.
purely subjective, then I could just as well say it doesn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
And that may be true for you. Value is subjective. There is no objective
So-
value
Okay.
to anything.
So, Tomcat, Now this is the part where we enter into the omnipotent of like trying to estimate value and whatnot. So Rick, before you came in, um, this person, Tom Cap, our radio host of the evening, said that what did you say? What did you say about people that don't the elderly, disabled, and children? What did you say about them?
Yeah, well, I may feel sorry for those people. They do not have a moral entitlement to the product of anyone else's labor.
Okay, Rick, go
Then
ahead.
capitalism can't possibly exist. Capitalism can't exist without.
How in the
being
world
entitled
did
to
you
other
connect
people's
those 2 points?
Let him finish, and he'll
labor. Oh, one
explain
second, I
it.
can't hear.
Okay, hang on a second.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh, you're
quite catch
good.
what you said.
Oh, I said for him to let you talk. You
Yeah,
can go
no,
ahead.
capitalism is dependent on extracting the value of other people's labor, just objectively.
No, blatantly incorrect. That's a complete economic, like, illiterate take.
Really,
Well,
there's like billions of people in the world that follow Marxist economics, but that's illiterate.
Because
There's
they're not
entire
economics
nations
to begin
based
with.
on it.
Marx
Oh,
was
okay.
not an economist.
Marx was the founder of the field of economics.
No,
What are you
he was
talking
not.
about?
No, Adam Smith was, long before Marx.
I don't know what's happening
Yeah,
with
Adam
this,
Smith
but
didn't consider it economics, though.
so
And
we're
Adam
we're
Smith
not gonna.
and Marx agree on a lot of things.
Yeah, Adam Smith
Okay,
was wrong in his objective
All right,
perception.
everybody, calm the fuck down right now. So we're not gonna go into this because this is just white men bickering at this point. We're gonna go back to what was said about vulnerable populations not being morally entitled to goods and services. That's what we're gonna go back to.
Are children entitled to care from their parents?
Yes, because the parents have an implied contract by actually creating that child.
Implied contract? What is that?
Implied
That's not a
contract.
thing.
What is that? Whoa, what is it?
What is an
Are we-
implied contract?
Of all of the fallacies that I've heard so far, that is the most phallus. Implied.
There are parents that don't even know they have children.
They're like people abandon their children. That's an issue that we have of people abandoning their children.
Okay.
Like, what are we? Tom, do you just hate poor people?
Not at all.
Are you sure? Because you sound like you just hate poor people.
No, I just love consent.
But
No,
you believe in
I don't
implied
think-
contracts? How can you have
You
an
believe in
contract
implied
if you believe in
contracts?
consent?
What the? Okay, Tom. I tell you
You
what.
think
I'm just
children
gonna
are
let you
entitled
host
to
your.
care from their parents?
Everybody, stop yelling. Tom, I'm gonna go let you do your thing because at this point, I feel like we're just gonna be talking in circles. All right. Please tap the screen.
So
Thank you. Please like live.
It's
Go
totally
ahead.
self-contradictory ideology. Being a libertarian is absolute nonsense. I could say that because I used to be one, and it's just absolute nonsense. It's ahistorical, right? It's based on a very misunderstanding of what money is and where it comes from and the history of it. And they'll just say "nuh-uh" when you point to the actual history.
Yeah, we have the whole contract thing. Like my gasters are flabbered by the implied contract when we know that all kinds of shit happens to children. And then no, I just believe in consent. Like no, just say you hate poor people, dog. Just go ahead and say that you hate people who need things.
And taxes are voluntary. I didn't even
And
get to the
taxes
point
are
where he was just like, well, he was like, oh, but you can't get a private currency, but who says you have to use a currency?
Like, that was
don't use
just
one.
weird. The fact
Like-
that we know that we have cryptocurrency, when he's saying that you can't use private currency to trade, it's like, bro, you're automatically wrong.
Isn't by definition anything you barter really a currency? Also,
Not exactly. A currency holds its value indefinitely. It is mutually fungible. So, like, $1 is as good as any other dollar. which is not the same for like, I don't know, like tacos. One taco might be better than another taco. There's like a couple of other things about it that makes it a currency, but there are lots of things that fit the bill for sure.
Yeah. Also, does anybody know who BA is? Y'all look at BA's profile. I've never seen this person before. Also, hello to everybody in the chat.
Okay, well, I don't even see that person in the chat. Does that mean I've blocked them?
Not necessarily. They might not have said anything because I don't see them posting in the chat either. But if somebody wants to report back, if somebody wants to report back on who BA is, that's fine. Hello, everybody in the comments. Hello. Hey, Doodly. I know I've missed a lot of people.
It's weird that poor people are not allowed to have Snap when, to be perfectly honest, Walmart benefits more from Snap than any other entity.
Exactly. Walmart benefits more from Snap than the people
First of
on
all, I mean, they still get a tax break for hiring somebody that's eligible for it, and then won't give them enough work hours to give them full-time status, and so they get it anyway. Yeah, but okay. It's
also Target.
Well,
yeah, it's like I'm not going to try to appeal to people's sense of humanity because the people who say stuff like that have already decided that the people that they're arguing against getting their needs met are not human. I'm just here for the facts, and like I could tell Tomcat was going to start going around in circles, but like some people just love to hear their own voice, right? And Tomcat has a nice voice to hear. Get into radio, dude. Like, stop being a fascist, get into radio, you'll be fine.
Come into Stacy's live specifically to record us reacting to the crazy crap they say and put it in their podcast.
What? Tell me more.
There was a person who, again, had a radio voice like this. Also talked in circles, right? Just trying to gas us up so that we'd say something extreme, because you could guarantee if Punked was in the room, there'd be something extreme said. So he could record it and put it in his podcast.
Why would you even fall for a trap like that? Go ahead,
because
Rick.
We didn't first.
Rick, what'd you say?
The thing is, anything outlandish that I say, I'll defend to the hill. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, everybody in the chat. Hello, everybody. I know I've missed some people. I haven't been calling out names directly, but hello. Know that I see you and I love you. Also, y'all, please do share the live. Let's get some more people in here. That'd be great. It's like I can tell he wasn't going to go anywhere. I was like, just get into radio, dude. Like, radio is fun. Radio is actually fun. You can look like anything, but as long as you have a palatable voice, you can make money all day. That's fine. But yeah, that guy was something else.
Changed a little bit because I've been around for a long time, and the radio personalities in the 80s and the radio personalities now, there's a big difference in looks.
I mean, you just don't have to look like anything to be in radio. That's my point. Because it's radio. I know that I'm old enough to know the term, you have a face for radio. It's like, and it's so sad because he sounds so handsome. And it's so sad that even handsome sounding people are getting sucked into fascism.
That's why I posted many times while you were away. If you're not seeing Yahtzees everywhere, look in the mirror, then go read some books.
That sounds about right. But yeah, so I am letting up opposition. And I know that people are used to people letting give the runaround shit. Obviously, I don't do that. Oh, bye, Rick. Hello, Jasper. It's just when the ops start doing the runaround, I kick them because time is precious. And you're not going to be wasting it here. Ugh.
You're more patient than me by a long straw. I wanted to
just
hurt
let
him
Rick
by the
cook.
third sentence.
I know, and at some point it's just gonna get like it's just gonna get so off the rails. And it's like even when it got off the rails there, I was like, all right, that's enough. I do hope that's not the only person that we get though. And I'm also glad that he didn't do the whole polite politics shit. That's fine with me. Hey, communist.
They're gonna be weird. They're gonna be weird.
Oh, you missed Rick tearing somebody apart. Now this live, I might post that. I might absolutely post that. But it is, I do acknowledge that it is about dinner time. Hey, Paul. But it's like, I don't know. I guess I can only expect topics like these to draw out all the fascists who look strongly believe people should
yeah,
eat.
that's really all you can expect these days.
Yeah, just in general, no matter what you're talking about, really. Hey, Ari.
I do not understand all these people like that toast lady. How can you have the balls to get on the internet and say that awful shit?
What? Because they think that there won't be consequences until there are. It's all about perceived consequences. We're not talking about political parties right now. You can sit in the back. All right. Well, I feel like this guy is all we're going to get, and he stays in the comments. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go and eat dinner. Make rapists and racists afraid again, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bye.